Hi FBC, it's Sarah and I'm out in my garden seeking a little solitude within the solitude of our daily lives. We've been self-isolating for about 6 weeks now, and whether you're out keeping people safe, practicing some sort of social distancing, or you're at home by yourself, feeling really isolated, it's important that we understand solitude and we use that to deepen our connection with our emotional and spiritual selves. Last Sunday, we talked about the iceberg that we are, the tip of the iceberg rising up out of the water, and the big part of the iceberg beneath the water, unseen to most people, maybe even to us. When we slow down, we can see through the waters the breadth of the berg beneath us. And it's important that we pay attention to this. I know one person who paid close attention to this, the most admirable human on earth, Jesus. He regularly sought solitude to collect his thoughts, to renew himself, and to spend time with his Father in prayer. And we have a great opportunity to do that. How do you pray? Maybe like me, sometimes you seek solitude in your car and pray. Maybe you come to the water's edge to pray. Sometimes I pray when I'm washing the dishes. Sometimes I pray someone else will wash the dishes. Or brushing my teeth. We like to pray before bed. I wanted to share a few scriptures that I think are important in understanding solitude. When Jesus sought solitude in Mark 1:35. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Simon and his companions went to look for him, and when they found him, they exclaimed, "Everyone is looking for you." Jesus knew everyone would be looking for him. He was also God. But he also was very human, completely human, and needed that time alone to pray. And can you imagine the pressure that was on him in his life as a human being? The pressure to heal, the pressure to raise the dead, people touching and hanging on him and wanting him to save them and save this world. The second passage I wanted to share with you is a little bit more obscure in the thought of solitude, and it was when Christ died on the cross. At noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 in the afternoon. And at 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, "Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani." My God, why have you forsaken me? Even though he asked if he'd been forsaken, he still turned to the Lord. And so in our darkest hour or on our brightest day, seeking that solitude can be very important, essential to us. The third passage I'd like to share with you is Matthew 6:6. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. And when you pray, do not keep babbling on like pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Sometimes we have to stop and listen. Maybe God is answering us as we go along, but we're too busy praying and talking to listen. Let's go out to the woods and spend some time with God and listen. So let's sit and take a deep breath. Let it go. And we'll sit for 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and take a breath again. I hope that practice was useful to you. It certainly doesn't have to be done in the woods. It can be done in any of those places I showed you. But the important thing is that it is done somehow. where we seek some solitude for ourselves and spend time with the Lord in prayer and in listening.